Hello everyone, welcome back. I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic, and today we're back with another Microsoft Flight Simulator video. In this one we're going to be taking another look at the Grumman Goose G21A. I'm going to be going over what I like and what I don't like about this, and as you can see, the model is pretty good. It's a freeware. I have covered this in the past, so if you want to, you can take a look at the last video as well. This just received an update and it's finally out on flightsim.to. It's almost complete with new 3D instruments, updated flight model, and an almost fully working radio. The DME is the only thing that's not working. And as you can clearly see, it's an amphibious plane. It was designed as an 8-seat commuter in the Long Island area, and it flew for the first time on 29 of May 1937. So it is quite old. And look at the inside. It was even used during the World War II by the US military, including the US Coast Guard. The Royal Air Force and the Royal Canadian Air Force also used the G21 Goose. So there's quite a bit of history behind this. This was ported from FSX, but they did work on the actual aircraft, so it is better than the version for FSX. I flew this quite a bit on FSX. I really enjoyed this. So this is the inside. Let's hide this yoke. So, if you want to hide this, you just click there where I clicked. Doesn't seem to work here for this one. I kind of wish we could. I've had people asking me, so let me just show where it is. So right here, we have landing, and there's a switch right below it. It's a little bit hard to see, but it's there. This. It's the landing gear. That's where it is. So let's turn this on. So right here you have all of your switches. So battery coming on. And fuel cutoff is behind us, which... this one, yes. Why was this one on? Okay, just realized that. You stay there. Not like I can move you. Mixture rich. It is rich on both sides. Yes, rich on both sides. Throttle cracked a little bit, and the propeller all the way forward, both sides. Mixture, prop, throttle, okay. And the fuel pump, which doesn't seem like we can move it. I'm looking at the checklist. So fuel pump doesn't really work there, but there should be one here. Fuel boost. Oh yes, it's working. Okay. Mags on, and then right engine. So the mags are right here. Let's make sure. Let's see if we can read. Both. I think it's correct. And now we're gonna start the right engine. This is the starter. Right engine coming alive. And now the same for the left engine. So let's move here. Left engine. And let's listen to the engines for a bit. Okay. 15 MP. So gonna quite. There we go. 15. Is the parking brake on? Yes, it is. Okay. Flaps 30. It's working, is it? Let's see if we can look at the shadows. Nope. We can look on the outside. Yeah, the flaps are definitely moving, as you can see. As you can see, it is animated. It is fully animated. Rudder, ailerons, everything is doing what it should do. And back on the inside, I chose this airport for one specific reason. I don't know why the VFR map takes a little while to finally pop up. Can you please? There we go. So here we are at Kilo Sierra Whiskey Foxtrot. So there's a specific reason I chose this one, and it's because of the Hudson River. We're going to be landing there shortly, and I want to talk a little bit about this plane being amphibious. Let's just taxi to the runway. I chose this parking spot since it's pretty close to the runway. Just be a little bit careful not to get a tail lock, otherwise you're going to have to speed up all the way. Just see if you can get rid of it. Let's make sure not to hit anyone. Let's make sure not to hit anyone. That would be ideal. Looking at the left. Okay, looking safe. I'm not sure what that was, but okay. Okay. Make sure not to leave your throttle on idle when you're standing still. You do kill your engine that way. And all the switches back there, you do have some lights, which I completely forgot, so let's turn them on. Let's move. We're kind of taxiing. I'm just gonna straight up turn the landing light, since we're gonna be turning up on the runway in just a second. The generators coming on, which I completely forgot as well, and the avionics. There we go. Yes, professional pilot. No. There we go. Be careful braking. Be very, very careful. This is the pontoons, the float arms. They are the balloons on each end of the wing, in case you're wondering. And there we go. This is the left side, the one in the middle is the right side. Looking back again. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn left for the runway. And clear left. Clear right. This is a very long runway. We do not need the whole runway for this airplane, so I'm just gonna... We just got cleared to take off from this area. We're just gonna do that. It's a pretty long runway. This is a relatively easy to take off airplane, so we should be good. Let's give it some throttle. We do have flaps on 30. There we go. Increasing the throttle just a bit. We are full throttle just for takeoff, keeping the center line. And 80. Rotate. And we have taken off. Let's pull the throttle back just a bit. And let's look for the landing gear coming up. It is beautifully animated. Right here we have Newburgh. Right here we have Newburgh. So what I want to talk about is let me just show you the float coming down. There we have it. How does this handle? This is a very, very stable aircraft. Going up. I remember reading somewhere, I don't remember where, but because of these this aircraft wants to keep level. So as you turn to the left, if you let go, it naturally wants to do this. And I remember reading it's because of the weights on both of these, on the left and the right side, on both sides. And that's why this happens. This also has an autopilot, which is down here. Right here you can see this bridge. Let's move to the seat. So here you can see the Newburgh Beacon Bridge. This is the Hudson River. And just so I can show what I mean, we're gonna be landing on the Hudson River. This bridge is really nice because you can fly below it. So it's not one of those bridges where if you fly below it, you're gonna crash, you're gonna hit an invisible barrier. This one, you can actually fly below it. And that's awesome. What I really want to get into is, I still have flaps down, I know. But what I want to get into, the water handling is pretty much non-existent. At least in my case. Since I downloaded this again on flightsim.do, I've been trying to fly this, see if I can fix this. Not really. So I did find a workaround though, so that's why I'm making this video. We're gonna be landing on the Hudson River without the floats down. And there's a specific reason. Since the control is non-existent, there's kind of a way to control this. And the water. Okay. And I'm just gonna fly below the bridge just so I can show what I mean. We have glitched cars. They are driving in the water, which is odd, to say the least. Flaps fully down. Let's decrease our airspeed. You want to touch down as slowly as you can, with the slowest speed you can. Okay, getting close to the water. Let's slow down, there we go. There we go. And as our speed drops, there you go. It looks like the water is breaking us very, very hard. And it's gonna completely... There you go. There you go. You see what I mean? It completely stopped us. It feels like we landed on actual land. And now... Excuse me. And now we are stuck. I am not doing anything. I'm not touching my rudder or anything. And you kind of move to the right a bit. No amount of control gives any noticeable improvement. And a little bit of throttle. See, just a little bit. Let's go to 15 on the manifold pressure. And we're still turning. It's not doing anything. I did read it should have an invisible water rudder, but I do Control W, and it doesn't help a whole lot, to be honest. Like, let's see if I can show both the pedals and the front of this. You see, it doesn't help a whole lot, and even though I'm on 50 on manifold pressure, I do have some throttle. We are not moving. It feels like we are stuck. We're not really floating on this water. We are pretty much stuck. It feels like it's too heavy. And maybe it thinks we are landing on actual land. I don't know. So, floats up. The floats are up. How did I find a way to kinda control this? you're gonna give full throttle, and once your speed goes above 40-ish, you can turn like so, and you can turn your rudder as well. See, 40, above 40. There we go, and we turn, and you can kind of turn like this. It works. And then as you go below 40, you start slowing down. Let's go flaps 30. Full throttle. And rotate. Please rotate. There we go. There's the Newburgh Beacon Bridge. Flaps coming up. Okay, now we can take a look at the autopilot. See that it's working. So we're a little bit under 2000. Let's get this on 2000. Let's just level this a bit. So we get there by using the autopilot. So autopilot heading out 2000 out plus 500. There we go. Looking good. It's working. And the heading, let's do 300-ish. No, there we go. Is it 30? There we go. And the autopilot is turning. It is doing its thing. Let's bring this back a bit. There we go. We are coming up to 2000. And let's head towards Newburgh. Let's do G30-ish. There we go. And as you can see, this is decently quick-ish. Quick-ish. It's got an autopilot. Overall, it's a really, really nice aircraft. The water physics, they don't really work that well, I would say. But overall, I like this overall. I do feel like they can still fix this. This is very much fixable. And if you want to see what this looks like with both floats down, let's get the left one down and then the right one. Left one and then right one. So as you can see, it is locked in the down position. This one is down as well. There we have it. And the light came off, so it's locked in position. And we're still going up. I believe we had to arm the altitude. I have not messed a lot with the autopilot, so I'm gonna assume the issue was that I didn't mess too much with this, like this. So, out 3000, it seems to have done the trick, kinda. Then 3000. Eh? Well, it's 3000-ish. It's good enough. But the autopilot does work. You just have to play around with the autopilot a little bit. It does work. Both floats are down. we're doing a left turn, and I'm gonna let go of the joystick. And you're gonna notice it's gonna stabilize itself very, very, very quickly. And yes, I'm gonna fly below the bridge again. There we go. You see, it wants to stabilize. As you can see on the yoke, I'm not doing any inputs. Now I am. Yes, I'm diving. Yes, it's a steep dive, but I see a bridge. I gotta fly below it. Yes, I'm very low. Yes, I see the houses below me. But I also see a bridge. I can fly below it. So that's what we're gonna be doing. See? Not too bad. Let's get closer to the water. There we go, looking good. Now I am idling my throttle, so we should burn some speed. Let's do a very, very slight right turn. There we go. And one thing, if you don't know, in one of the last updates, maybe even the latest update, they introduced a feature where you can drop your landing gear in water, and then you can move up on shore. Okay, below 100, so flaps 30, flaps 60. There we go. Now we can approach this for an actual landing. There we go. There we go. And throttle cracked. So you can drop your landing gear in the water, and then you push your throttle in until you're moving, and then you're gonna move up on shore. So you can actually transition from water to land, and that's really, really nice. And as you can see, we have the landing gear up, landing gear coming down. And one weird thing, when you drop your landing gear, you kind of move around a bit. I'm not sure why. And it kind of feels like you start moving a little bit. It does stop working properly after a while. I'm not sure why. And it's not that good. It does work though. It does work. But I've had this stop working mid maneuver, mid taxi. So I was kind of positioning myself to take off, and it stopped working. And then I had to basically speed up to 40 and use the proper turn in. So yeah, gear up, it's gonna drop us down and we are locked in place. I have no clue why this happens. Gear down and we're moving. I'm gonna guess maybe this is related to the water rudder I read about. It's an invisible water rudder. But since it didn't work 100% of the times I tested, I don't know. I still like this plane. I really, really, really like this plane. I really do. But see, it's turning to the right again, and I'm doing left rudder, and it's not turning to the way I want this to turn, pretty much. See, this is what I mean. It basically starts doing its own thing. And this is the Grumman Goose G21A. I flew this a lot on FSX. I feel like I'm gonna fly this a lot on Microsoft Flight Simulator when the water physics are a little bit more polished up. I think it's gonna take a while for this sim to fix the water physics, but that's fine. It's a work in progress. I'm very happy with this aircraft as it is now. I actually am. It's a gorgeous aircraft. I really like this one. And as you can see, it truly is a beautiful aircraft. I will have a link in my description down below if you want to check this out for yourself. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe. It helps me out a lot, and it also lets me know you guys are enjoying the content. And wherever you are, I hope you stay safe, fly safe. Bye bye.